Well, the Bookmobile provides outreach services to residents of Skokie throughout the week. We provide services to seniors and residents of all ages, to children, preschools. Some of the preschools we make regular stops at, and we provide that throughout the year. In that we are the library for those that come to visit the Bookmobile. We have a regular schedule of currently 16 stops that we make weekly. Then in addition, we have a number of stops which, because we make them irregularly, less than once a week, we don't have those scheduled. But whenever the Bookmobile is out in Skokie, because of its color and its size, people know they can stop by there for library services. Well, I think in many ways we're actually more the same. I think people see us as the library for them. For some patrons, we are the only part of the library that they're able to access for transportation reasons or family reasons. Well, I think bookmobiles are important because they're able to bring the library to people in a way that otherwise is really not possible. I recognize that we live in a digital and increasingly technological age, but still being able to deliver the materials physically out into the community is something that the taxpayers and residents of Skokie have found valuable for many decades. I've been working on the Bookmobile for 22 years, and I've been particularly pleased with how our current vehicle has held up well. The library board and director decided to purchase a really solid vehicle, which is important because there's a nearby library that's had to unfortunately suspend their Bookmobile service because they did not make the proper decisions in purchasing their vehicle. A vehicle our size is a challenge to drive, not only because of its size but also its weight. It weighs 15.5 tons, which makes it perhaps the heaviest vehicle in the village fleet. But I think that it has, with everything that's all automated and power assisted, it doesn't require necessarily the physical strength to drive, but just because of its size, you have to make sure that your turns are set up well, and it is a challenge to drive. I feel personally I have the best position in the entire library. I've just really enjoyed the work that I do. our computers and our lights and all. One work counter across the front here. And when we designed the current vehicle, we decided that we wanted to keep that, but we also wanted to have a workstation at the rear that could be used to access the catalog for patron searches or the internet. But we've actually found over time that we're typically so busy that that really never worked out. Excuse me, in that we have staff that basically are working both computers throughout the stops.
Is there a limit to the number of people who can be in here at once?
There isn't. And Gail, you probably have a good idea for this because there's a few preschool stops in particular where teachers will bring out their entire class. So what do you estimate we might have on here?
Maybe 30. But some of our afternoon stops, though, it can be more than, it feels like more than 30. I don't know, it's just packed. You actually have to go out if you need to get something from either end. You have to go outside. The staff
will, yeah.
Can't go through.
And how long does the bookmobile stay at a certain stop?
Hour and a half is the longest that we are at stops. We have, our shortest stop is just 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Which is at the senior residence. That it's kind of hard to give that stop up because we have people there who otherwise would not be able to access the library. Most of whom are Russian-speaking patrons as well. On Tuesday mornings, we bring out a cart full of Russian books that we park in the back. And we typically have between 6 and 10 of those patrons that come every week. And so we make it work well. Plus, we also will be driving by there already, so it's not like we're really going down. So you can see the server connection.
Ow.
Mark Kedzie has been particularly helpful in getting things going for us. So we can actually connect up to 5. We currently have the 2, and we've talked about possibly expanding with a laptop that would allow for additional connectivity. And we actually have had one set up this summer, which has been helpful to handle the reading club. So it's a more busy that station, which makes this a little less congested.
So you can link that that laptop up to the server.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So yeah, the directors here was so impressed with it that they said, well, let's get him to design from the outside. And what's kind of fun is the number of hidden items that he has worked into his diagram.
Oh, wow.
He's got an ink pen here too, which isn't quite as real.
Clever.
Lars Hall is his name. He's done work for Disney, but it's just kind of fun. It's whimsical characters. This is one of my favorites, one of the turtle carrying the books with the SPL on it.